just like, you know what? Just go for the record. You're like, just lose. You got this. And it was like a pep talk. And it was set to like Army Strong. But it's, yeah, one of the more embarrassing chapters of my life. And then, like, not even 5 seconds later, I got a comment calling me gay.
Oh, come on. All right.
Like, really? I actually tried, man. I really did.
I mean, yeah, you get one of those every so often, but to have that, that was like first or second for you? Jeez. That's a little disheartening.
Just a little bit,
yeah.
But either way, welcome to Winners Final here at Battle Subway. For doubles, as predicted, the Olimar Wolf combination. Yeah, you can, I guess, book me for psychic readings whenever you want through the announcer channel. I'll pretend I know what I'm doing, just like I do here.
I do that
or
too.
In Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah. So far, we see Beast charging ahead, actually providing a little bit of the forefront of the effort here up against the MVBA doubles team. And even to factor in, oh, he suffers for it though, not able to latch on with the up B. But I do like the effort trying to take out the Olimar as quick as possible. Again, he's going to provide so much coverage just from throws alone. You need to be able to stuff him out as the opportunities presents themselves.
Olimar stingy as ever, and now that Squirtle.
Oh my God!
Beast!
We're not even a minute in, and he's on his final stock. That's nuts! Oh my God!
Yeah,
all right,
just hemorrhaging these stocks, and now you would have to think that Beast would go even more on the offensive. And Beast does like to go for those risky options. He's not a player that is averse to having to take a chance and roll the dice just a little bit. But man, oh man, you hit Snake Eyes enough times, you'd think that you would stop. Oh, footstool.
Your team's trying to lock down main stage, but Beast gets sent up, throws a wrench into that a little bit. But again, Beast still on top of it, not letting that one stock get to him at all, and was actually able to clean up on Seagull on his first stock.
Back throw, Beast perhaps saving his teammate there. It really is a game of pixels, folks.
Oh!
Oh my, Logic surviving that. Sitting at 76%. I mean, Olimar, yes, a light character, but the survivability of it cannot be understated. Beast, just like that, losing all 3 stocks.
Had to borrow.
I mean, he's only lost 1 stock this whole game, and down to the last stock situation, Juice cleaning up with that neutral B, it looked like.
I mean, they've really got to put the pressure on Seagull right now, but at the same time, Red Team locking down stage control, not giving them a lot to work with to get that footing and get that damage in. The writing might be on the wall for the first round here.
Beast and Juice right now find themselves just a tad perplexed. Oh, back aired off of the stage, and that is indeed going to be it for Juice. And Beast not following quite yet, but he's getting pressured off stage. That laser, one of the more deadly weapons in the game, and the purple Pikmin, he's a big boy, and he'll take a big stock, making a big impact in this game number 1.
And I was going to compare him to Grimace there, the big purple boy.
There you go.
Robbing the no, that's Hamburger. Oh, Jesus. A friend of Ronald McDonald, though, but still cleaning up and eating up those stocks. Round 2.
No, Grimace is the big purple one. You're right.
Yeah, I was confusing him for Hamburger. I thought he was like buddies with Hamburger, but
no. we don't know the crime.
I don't know the Ronald McDonald lore. Okay.
Yeah.
You can definitely at me on that for sure. I'm okay with holding that L.
Why did I just think of Trailer Park Grimace?
Oh, have you seen like Trailer Park Boys at all?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen that show? Oh my God.
Are you saying like you would want Trailer Park Boys with the Ronald McDonald crew?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Actually, yes.
I would love to see that. Oh my God, that would be insane.
Oh
Hamburger selling weed out of his freaking.
Yeah, I was about to say. You should see. You get like Mayor McCheese just like emerging from a Winnebago with smoke coming out of it.
toasting it up over there. Oh, Beast, all right. As we lose our minds over here.
Turns out there's a Smash game going on.
Yep.
Game number 2 at Smashville. Back throw. And Beast taking that stock with the down air. Yeah, it turns out that's a pretty big hitbox. And neutral air just slicing up that Pikmin. Olimar recovering high. Smartly done. All the action being brought over to the ledge by Seagull Joe.
Yeah, but Juice actually spending a lot of time on that ledge just from the pressure of the red team. Having a little bit of difficulty backing up his teammate. Both sitting pretty high, and even though Logic is the one... Oh, that stall out, yeah. The extended hitbox off the shield of Juice. Like I was saying, he was playing 4D chess, and that extended hitbox just proves that he is a grandmaster at it.
And Beast, I mean, as you mentioned, well, as mentioned prior, I should say, not risk-averse in the slightest.
And chase
went
down
for that flare
Bears.
blitz and got the kill off of it on Seagull Joe, who sits at 81% now. Logic down to his last stock, just not able to wall out nearly as effectively as he would like. Meanwhile, Juice is hanging on with all 3 stocks.
Yeah, just the way that he was chasing Logic out there with those bears, it does push him a little bit forward, but just how far that bear extends back as Beast takes out Seagull Joe with an up B. 5-2 stocks, a complete reversal of the first round happening right now. Juice a little bit of a desperate situation, but he uses the up B, but Beast actually hits his teammate out to the side. A little bit of coverage on ledge. With the flamethrower, will snuff out Seagull's final stock in this round.
Flamethrower just as effective as always. Man, if you got rid of that for Fire Blast, you were a chump. Logic is going to have to do it all by his lonesome. You best believe those Pikmin are going to get thrown straight into the swords and the teeth.
He's doing a really nice job zoning right now. Oh, great tech, too. Logic on top of his game right now. Going for the high recovery, but the wings of Charizard coming in as the flying type, taking him out. Round 3 coming in.
I hope you saw that number in the lower right-hand corner, 185%.
Yeah.
And I hope you saw the number of corn faces there, too. That was 3. Juice not dropping a single stock that entire game, and the Rock holding that team together. And that was, only 1 stock lost between those 2.
Yeah, they did finish with 5. Yeah, that was insane.
Unbelievable. Some would say destruction. Shout-outs to D1.
Yep.
But that is his phrase, not mine. However,
Absolutely.
it certainly is fitting in this instance because, honestly, it was just a complete 180.
It was.
Between those 2. You saw Seagull Joe and Logic. I was about to say Olimar. Just I so heavily associate that character with Logic. I guess that it is a little interchangeable at this point. But it's so crazy to see what happened. Oh, okay, so he's going with Alf instead. Maybe this is the difference. Who knows? But as we, because I believe he is actually an Alf main.
Yeah, the unknown Echo fighter that we got in this game.
So as we approach Pokemon Stadium again for game number 3.
So far, we see a little bit too early. Seagull actually rocking in on Beast a little bit, using those tilts very effectively, and using Blaster to back away, not wanting to get in the range of the Squirtle to get that Squirtle combo going. And it does force Beast out again!
Oh my! Just like that, Beast losing a stock within the first 30 seconds of the proceedings here in game number 3. And this is a best of 5, so we do have a little bit of room with which to work. However, Logic, I would have to think like the biggest difference would come from him because he was losing stocks pretty early in that game number 2, and that's not like him because, I mean, almost the polar opposite of Beast in terms of his approach to the game. He does not like to take chances. He will take that safer option, which is a little strange coming from an Olimar, which I will admit. But he makes it work, and he's just so consistent with it. Obviously, making consistent top 8s at the Xanadu Weeklies on Tuesdays.
Right.
But when Logic, he's playing a much safer game! My, oh my, and Seagull Joe says leave the highlight kills to me, and indeed, he gets one there on the spike.
Got me singing on that one, a little bit of a vibrato on that. But yeah, getting that side B takeout and the...
Oh no!
Shield broke! Okay, I'm saying Miles because of his tag, but Juice, very nice coverage, recognizing that and throwing out the nair, using the most spacing aerial you can to keep Beast safe in that situation.
And then thanking him for his troubles by getting the kill on that Alf with the, again, that forward air. Vicious as ever from Charizard. Takes a little bit of startup, but it's all good. Oh, just stomp the life out of that red Pikmin.
I mean,
in the chat.
Yeah, they're starting to realize it right now, but Logic is playing like a hybrid of in-your-face offense and then just throwing Pikmin defense. And that does leave Seagull a little bit on the disadvantage in terms of throwing out combos, which we talked about before. Beast and Juice can set up combos very nicely. So Seagull really has to get a footing down, otherwise early SD aside, rather, the blue team can hop right back into it at any moment. Bro, looking for it, hopping away just to avoid that up air from Ivysaur, and they're retreating back behind the Alf.
Beast throwing out a lot of hitboxes trying to approach, but then second guessing it. You kind of have to do that against an Olimar / Alf. So he's not exactly wrong in his thinking. Looking for the down air kill, you got to take those hits when you get them. But right now he's sitting 2-on-1, gets grabbed by Seagull Joe before Juice is able to re-enter the fray, albeit down to his last stop.
Yeah, I think Juice Oh, Beast turning that right back around, though. I thought that Juice got a little bit too scared about the commotion of the side B happening, and he didn't use his up B, or it got stunted out, possibly. But he did get a stock clean, but Beast cleaning it up with another up air, and we are on final stocks all around, and relatively even percents, but Seagull is sitting a little bit prettier, but not if Beast has anything to say about it. Was taking charge, but on the other side, Juice was able to clean up Alf, and with Beast locking down main stage, he should let Juice come in a little bit more, but the combos come out, and out goes Seagull and Logic in that round.
I mean, having to land against Corrin is hard enough. Beast and Juice taking game number 3 and eventually sealing it out. And let's give credit where credit is due. We do talk about the offensive ability of Beast, but the survivability as well coming through and not being afraid to take those chances. He very well could have died if he had chosen a defensive option against that Wolf, waiting out the air dodge and then perhaps getting one of those aerials that we know Wolf for, perhaps that back air. But instead, Beast turning it around to his tremendous advantage and taking that second stock off of Seagull Joe, which eventually could very well have been the turning point, because he survived up to 145% on that last stock. So if we go back, they want the run back for game number 4. Will it be next stop grand finals for Beast and Juice, and will Seagull Joe and Logic derail their plans?
We'll see so far. Wow, again, Seagull, even though he went Polyton, he got chewed out a little bit. And but on the other side, blue team looking more hurt overall. And both of the blue team trying to go in with Nair. They're getting hit a lot themselves, though, so they really got to be careful on how much pressure they're hampering on one character. You're just laying it on your teammate at the same time.
Especially when you're talking about Logic, just sitting at 42%.
What?
Seagull Joe just kind of died.
Yeah, I did not expect that throw to kill. I saw no flash. That time I saw a flash, though. Very nice job from Logic, able to clean up on Beast. And the hard swap Charizard here, although he is going to Squirtle now, which is a little interesting with Alf providing coverage. Oh, no, he's on the other side right now. But actually proven a little bit difficult for Seagull to move in. He actually took a little bit of a landing and a rest break. Couldn't find his way in on the Squirtle. Beast swapping to the Ivysaur now.
Seagull Joe recovering nicely, getting that kill off of the kick, and doing pretty well for himself ever since that getting that first stock taken off of him by that Ivysaur back throw. Beast. And I don't think we've seen that answer to whether or not the Pikmin gets shaken. upon switching.
Yeah, just... Oh my god, he went for it all on that flare blitz, but he got it on the turnaround one instead. And the devastating down air to clean up 1-2 stock claim.
Buried his fangs here in doubles winners final.
He got another one. He got another one.
And Seagull Joe is down to his last stock, but he has to borrow one from Logic. Sorry for the volume levels, folks, but holy smokes, when you see stuff like that, what else can you do?
He took out a whole character there. He took out a whole character in the matter of like 20 seconds. Beast just going on an absolute rampage over Pokemon Stadium right now.
And a Palutena at that.
Yeah.
At 43.
Oh my god. Oh, he was fishing for it yet again, but Seagull using the up B to snap to ledge fairly easy there.
Beast and Juice with a performance to write home about. Spot in grand finals on the line for them here. Logic and Seagull Joe. I don't think they want to come out of losing bracket, but if they must, they will. Certainly doing everything they can to try to prevent that. Good throw. Keeping back Beast because they know just how dangerous he can be upon approach. So I do like the thinking of throwing Logic out front to try to keep him away.
And you saw how Beast was actually using that jump to second guess how he was going to land in front of Logic. Logic took a little bit of command of that and broke up the blue team's lines right there. Was able to get the stock claim off of Juice. And again, Seagull doing a really nice job taking command over that very fresh percentage of the corn right now. Using those nairs and up airs, using those multi-hits to rack up the damage and just pressure as well. And red team getting the footing of where blue was on stage. And the up smash taking out the Charizard.
Just like that, Juice going to be on the back foot for quite a long time here.
I like how he used the bear to stall out just like the last hit of Explosive Flame to make sure he got back relatively safely. But on stage is proven a little more difficult to find his footing yet again. And again, forced out to the right side this time. Not getting the 2-frame, but the Nair will not clean up. Good DI.
Oh, and he's not quite dead yet either. Back him with the up B. Seagull perhaps getting just a little too antsy. He's sitting at 113, so one kill.
I think that Logic has to start moving in. I don't know why he's hanging back there. He's the one with the fresher stock. I understand that, but right now your teammate needs help. He is finding trouble. Finally gets it and gets the stock claim finally. But he was really desperate on how to close it out on him.
Yeah, and you're talking about a one-on-one matchup. Generally speaking, you don't want to go one-on-one with Juice. You do need to provide some kind of support, even if it is just throwing those Pikmin. However, Seagull Joe, an experienced player in and of himself, demised Seagull Joe, we should say.
Right.
And if you're not familiar with that team name, you might be, if I were to say the name ZD, who is, again, an incredibly accomplished competitor in that region. But I think people know Seagull Joe, too.
Yeah. He's a mainstay at Xanadu, so.
Absolutely. Been there since, goodness gracious, I don't even want to know how long, but like he's been there for a long minute. Yeah, since Brawl. So Seagull Joe and Logic, two mainstays of the MDVA area. Going to see what their thinking is for game number 5. And I mean, I can only imagine they're going to stay the same. This is Beast and Juice's counter pick.
Yeah.
Stage. And
it's, the way that they flowed, the way they picked up that round was pretty defining. So the adaptation is going to come in from Beast and Juice, but again, there was such a disparage factor between the two teams there for sure.
They're thinking about it. That cursor's been moving all over the screen.
Moves faster than I can.
Yeah, holy smokes. And indeed, they will settle on Battlefield for game number 5. Now, I'm not even sure. I'm really not sure about going up against Palutena on Battlefield, just because I mean it's hard to deal. It's hard enough to deal with platforms in this game as it is. It's a whole other thing when you're talking about a character that feasts on people just standing on platform.
Absolutely.
With Palutena, who can just shark with that nair until the cows come home. And in this game number 5, is this a miscalculation, or what do you think the thinking is for Beast and Juice?
I think a little bit on the same side. It might have been Juice thinking that his nair can provide even, I mean, somewhat a little bit greater coverage just from range. But, I mean, Palu's got it in spades, but it might be that Corrin has the full deck on this side because the range of the nair is a little bit better than Palu's, I want to say. So maybe he's thinking a little bit of... oh! 1 for 1.
Catches his teammate as well. Mutually assured destruction for Seagull, Joe, and Juice. Beast. He'll have to show no remorse here and move on. As he engages one-on-one with Logic, he'll try to take a stock off of him as well.
And also, I think, yeah, just the, I mean, I'm comparing Palu to Corrin here, but their up airs, Palu's up air provides great coverage for her, but it doesn't cover the entirety of the platform. Corrin's does. So I think that'll prove another contributing factor as to why they went to Battlefield.
Oh, the flare blitz. Is that a spot dodge from Logic there?
Might have been, but I was looking on the other side at Juice getting taken out. He's on his final stock. Yeah, just because that unfortunate 1-for-1 stock lane coming in from Beast. Just left Logic and Seagull to say, okay, we can lock down main stage, and so long as we can survive, we will thrive.
And I do like what Logic and Seagull Joe are doing, disrupting the rhythm of the games of these two combatants, Beast and Juice, because generally speaking in doubles, Juice does like to kind of hang back and maintain stage control, while it's Beast who's left to sort of seek and destroy. We saw that quite a bit, especially towards the end of Smash 4, with this exact combination, the Corrin and the standalone Charizard.
And actually, yeah, you're seeing Beast resort to tank because he knew how desperate Juice was going to be down the line being on his only stock. So he is playing that tank factor, holding on to his stocks as much as possible. But Logic will say 1 down and 2 to go as he gets that up smash in on him. And just a little bit more winner side hopes are being taken away inch by inch for the blue team.
The up B at a neutral. Beast goes for that quite a bit. Doesn't always connect, and indeed the team kill. Unfortunate for Beast. And
I mean, they've been doing really well. You see the Palu at 111. So if they cleaned up, and they just did, here comes the share stock coming out. And if Beast resorts to Charizard, this will be pretty much even.
I don't think he wants to go to Charizard quite yet. He wants to get as many points as possible, but
yeah, he
the
really
thing is that he can't exactly go to his Squirtle either, just because, I mean, he's at too high a percentage.
Oh, yeah.
That's one Palutena up smash away.
Yeah, Squirtle would definitely be at a kill percent, but like even at like maybe 80s or so.
Now he'll have to fly in the grand finals on the wings of that Charizard.
Oh, just mistimed!
Oh my!
That would have brought them right back into it. But still, they're playing really respectively right now as the Charizard will survive that back throw, and on the other side, Juice will survive that. Ooh, okay, down throw coming in clutch.
Seismic toss takes out Seagull Joe. Logic all by his lonesome. However, he's sitting at 48%. Does have some room with which to work. Beast and Juice, they can't just be 2 players. They have to be 1 team here, Mini Boss.
Absolutely. Especially with how much they can zone out with Olimar. And then once Logic, who's a very aware player, realizes that he has that movement to move in, but gets snuffed out. No movement required from Beast as he hovers over that ledge. The devastating down air, and they are going on to grand finals.
Beast and Juice snatching victory from the jaws of defeat via the claws of that Charizard, that thunderous down air